Hey everybody, Mike Nagoda here, back with another reaction video. Okay, today getting back to some more requests for some more Deep Purple. Here we go. Somebody said, can you react to Lazy and the studio version? And I'll tell you something. No, because I've heard the studio version so many times. In fact, the studio version of Lazy was the first Deep Purple song I ever heard. Somebody told me to go. I think it was the boyfriend of an aunt who told me to go check this out. Very glad he did, because it was the first time I ever heard Deep Purple. And when I heard John Lord's intro on the Hammond, I was sold. I was playing keyboards in a rock band at the time. I was like 19, 35 now. I'm old. Hey, yeah, it was the first Deep Purple tune I ever heard, and it completely turned me on to the band and changed my life forever. So it's kind of nice that I get to return to this tune. But today, we're going to be reacting to Lazy live. Mark II, Deep Purple with Ritchie Blackmore on guitar. I know, crazy Ritchie Blackmore at his troublesome ways. We're back to Mark II. 1972, Deep Purple in their prime, live in Scandinavia, according to this. 11 minutes and 2 seconds long. It'll probably be longer than that because I want to pause and talk. But as we go, but yeah, Lazy, live in Scandinavia, 1972, Deep Purple Mark II in their prime. Let's go. Oh yes, and please subscribe, ring the bell, comment, like the video. As always, here we go.
Here's a thing which is also off the new album Machine Head, out in a few weeks' time, and it's a kind of rhythm and blues top of...
New, it'll be 50 years old next year.
It's a thing called Lazy, this one, Lazy.
Machine Head's gonna be 50 years old next year. Isn't that crazy? Oh, John's got some... You hear the Leslie kind of whirring in the background. Okay, what's really cool about this right off the bat, even though you can't see him, again, directors, why don't you focus on the camera on the musician who's soloing? It's a pet peeve of mine. It's never going to get old. The really cool thing is, I don't know how John has done this, but he's got the Leslie speaker set up so that like the rhythm from the rotating speakers is create a rhythm. The ticka 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 ticka. It's creating a 16th note rhythm. That's really cool. I don't know how the fuck he's doing that, but that is awesome. Just right off the bat. You hear that? The thing that sounds like a fan that's creating the rhythm? That's the Leslie speaker whirring away. That's really cool. John's just grooving. What's really neat is he's not doing the swing. It's sort of slow, jazzy swing that he does start the live versions of this tune. Ooh. Speaking of jazz, there's some atonal deliciousness for you. Some amelodic deliciousness. That was cool. I love how distorted he's got the organ. Man, like he was just running into like straight Marshall speakers back then. He would just plug the Hammond in, and the Leslie too, I guess, because you can hear it whirring. But how he got the two working together to get that, what he called the beast of the Hammond C3 is nothing short of incredible. I love his tone. It's so delicious. Nice dissonance from the chord there. Yeah. You hear he stopped the speakers from whirring. He's modulating, I think, for a few keys. Yep, definitely. Yeah, he's got sort of the church organ thing from the original studio recording going on. Ooh. Oh, he's playing with the volume pedal. There's a little bit of... That sort of reminded me of Keith Emerson there a little bit. That little lick that he did there. Here's the swing. Richie's keeping the rhythm going on the guitar with the mute. That's cool. Very different intro. It's cool. You hear the little jazz octave thing Richie's doing there on the guitar? Kind of reminds me of Wes Montgomery. Yeah. He's waiting for John to respond. Oh my God, Richie just smiled. Shit, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Richie Blackmore just smiled. Fuck, there's a rarity. Watch. The rarest of things you will ever see is Richie Blackmore's smile. Watch. He's waiting for John to talk back to him. See? Shit, man. You don't see that on too many Deep Purple videos. Usually he's all sort of moody and serious and shit, but it's nice to see him smile. He's waiting for John to respond back to him, obviously. They loved playing off the tension with each other. It's great. Oh, cool. So, yeah, we're just gonna go to the 4-chord randomly of our blues. Whenever I feel like it. I mean, like, that's what the old Delta bluesmen did anyways, so sure. Why not? Like, oh God, who was it? Lightning Hopkins. What did he used to say? You don't change when the music changes, you change when lightning says change. Sort of a similar thing going on here. Richie's not going to change to your 4-chord in your blues like when you're supposed to. He's going to change it when he wants to. I love it. I fucking love it. There, now John's in with him. Ah. I love how they just kind of cut out there and let the bass fill that in. Yeah. Nice swing from Ian Pace. Nice fast shuffle. Nice blues from Richie. I think Richie hit the 9th there in his soul. That was really cool to hang on to that. That's an unusual melodic choice for him. I really love how Ian Pace is just striving and swinging the beat. It kind of reminds me of like really upbeat big band, which I think is where Ian is coming from. And of course, this is a blues. For those of you who are musicians who don't know what the hell I was talking about when I was saying 4-chord earlier and Richie changing whenever the hell he wants to change. A blues is comprised of 3 chords. You got your 1 chord, which is home. You've got your 4-chord, which is based on the 4th note of the blues scale, and also same note as in the major scale. And then you've got your 5-chord, which is based off the 5th note or the dominant note of the dominant chord. And Lazy's an interesting piece. Lazy's a really interesting piece because it does go to the 5, but only at the end of the progression. What's really interesting about Lazy, just for all you musicians out there who don't, if you've never actually analyzed the chord progression to this, what makes Lazy kind of unique and kind of special is it's like a standard blues throughout most of it. It goes 1, then it goes to the 4, then it goes back to the 1. But then when you get to your turnaround, and that's usually when it goes to a 5 and a blues to a 4 chord, okay? Lazy doesn't do that. Lazy goes to the major third in place of the 5 chord. And then it goes to the minor second in place of the 4 chord. So it's substituting 3 and 2 in place of 5 and 4, and it kind of gives it more of like a jazzier kind of feel. It's a neat little chord. It's a neat little chord change, which is what makes it unique. And I just thought I would point that out. I know I'm geeking over theory. It's what I do as a musician. Leave me alone. I'm gonna keep doing it. But it's neat. And so basically, Lazy modulates through, in the studio recording, it modulates through 4 different keys. John's intro starts out in C minor. Then when he goes into the riff, that's an F. Because Richie Blackmore is fucking crazy. What guitar player plays an F? Like, fuck, I hate playing an F. It makes me say fuck. F is the key of fuck. What do I do now? But Richie was daring. He was adventurous like that. So it's an F. And then when Ian comes in and he starts singing, then it goes to G, and then finally it modulates up to A. So you're modulating up a whole step every time in the tune. It's cool. And it's basically a blues, but that turnaround, that major 3, minor 2 turnaround in place of the 5-4 turnaround is really cool. And it's what makes the song unique in terms of form and composition. So, little theory geeking out there. I don't care. It's my channel. But for those of you blues musicians who are into that sort of thing, and those of you jazz musicians who are into that sort of thing, that's a neat little thing about this tune in terms of the form. Let's keep going. Cool, so 2 choruses for the solos. I think on the studio it's 3 choruses. We'll see what John feels like giving us. I think it's 2 or 3. Here we go. Yeah. Like that little chromatic thing you just did there. Love that little lick. Yeah, you did something similar on the studio recording. Oh, he's going for 3, okay. I love how Roger Glover's just walking the bass with him. Shit, that's such a great solo. That's such a great fucking solo. Let's back that up. Let's just hear that again. I'll just shut up so we can hear that again. Where are we? Like, fuck. That's one of the best blues Hammond solos I've ever heard in my life. Like, shit. And by the way, let's just rewind and let's listen to what Roger and Ian Pace are doing behind John, and just how the drums and the bass are like in lockstep with each other. And of course, John is very much quoting Jimmy Smith here, who was one of his really big influences. Where is it? Here, just listen to what Roger Glover and Ian Pace are doing behind John. This is incredible. You hear that? So the bass got the 1, 2, 3, 4. So bass is in quarters. Boom, 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 boom. Right? He's keeping the beat with Ian. Roger's keeping the beat with Ian. Right? Now he's walking the bass. So smooth. God, that chromatic run that John just did gives me chills. So cool what the rhythm section is doing there. Love that big low note from Roger. Okay, now we're gonna modulate up to G. We're in G now. You know what? I'm gonna guess that the reason they put this section in G is so Ian Gillan can have his harmonica solo. Because I bet he only had a harp that was in G. So he probably didn't have a harp that was in F. So he probably has a diatonic G harmonica, and that's why this section is in G. I bet you that's why they did it. Why they modulated up a whole step. And then they figured, well, shit, if we're going to modulate up one step, we just might modulate up another to A for the end section. I bet you that's it. Any money, that's it.
You don't want no money, you don't want no bread.
No, you don't, Ian.
If you're drowning, you don't clutch no straw. If you're drowning,
Cool little fill from Richie.
clutch no straw. Don't wanna live,
I love Richie's little fills there.
Let me hear me now.
It's not a bad little harmonica solo, you know, and it's kind of close to the studio recording. I wonder what my friend Liam Ward would have to say about this harmonica solo. My friend Liam Ward, he's a award-winning harmonica player in the UK. He's played on a couple of my records now. Great harmonica player. If you don't know him, YouTube him, check him out. He's kick-ass. Awesome. I would be very curious to see what Liam would have to say about this little harmonica solo for me. Oh, let's keep going.
Ain't done no good. That's it, my crime. Ain't done no good. I wanna live, I was just misunderstood.
Change the lyrics a bit, why don't you?
You stay in
Great
bed.
screams here. Yeah! Oh, yes.
Wanna live, don't wanna earn no bread.
Oh, he changed the lyrics a bit. I mean, like, Ian's always sort of improvising. Yeah, now we're in A. And I guess Ian can kind of move up to A on his harp a little bit. But I guess he can't play an F. Love how Ian Pace is just keeping time behind Richie. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Killer riffing from Richie. Shit. Let's hear that back. I love how he's playing on that riff. He's building on it. Love that vibrato. I love that boop 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 down. It's got that kind of, it's still swung, but it's got that very staccato kind of quality to it. It's a killer riff, and that vibrato on that note earlier was cool. It's nasty. Yeah, he's kind of riffing on like the minor third and the second there. Love how Ian Pace is going with them. Driving it. Yeah! Oh shit, look at this. We've got ads. I'm sorry, folks. Fucking hate ads. Okay, hold on. Let's where is it? Yeah, like right there where he's bending up, I think from like the 4 to the 5 note. And he's just like, he's hitting he's picking every note as he bends up. It's so bluesy. It's so classic. Great playing from Richie. I always really love it when Richie played blues. I kind of like, I know he's really in love with all the classical stuff and all the Renaissance stuff. But man, I think Richie was at his best when he played blues. That's just my opinion. Great playing here. He's really playing with that staccato a lot, and he's really playing with that staccato picking a lot in the solo. It's really cool. Excuse me. It's really cool what he's doing. Yeah. See there, he's sort of he's mixing both the minor and the major pentatonic. I love how he swings. One thing I really like about Richie's playing is he really swings here, but he's also got like the little classical trills and ornamentation still in his playing. It's a neat little combo, and it's kind of what makes him him as a player. It's all those little idiosyncrasies. Cool stuff. Haha. I love that little chromatic sort of jazzy run up. I think he's kind of playing with quarteral voicings, where you have like 3 notes and like they're like each like a fourth apart. I think that's what he's doing, if my ear is correct. It might not be, but I think that's what he's doing. That's really neat. And just that massive like hi-hat swing that Ian Pace has got going on. He's you can hear all the big band influences in his playing. Great stuff. You hear all the crazy stuff that Ian's doing on the hi-hat in the background, where he's like, he's going nuts. It's great. Yeah, listen to that. Listen to that. It's cool. Great use of dynamics here. I love how Reggie's going all quiet. Now he's gonna go. Oh, nice little bend with the whammy there. He's just going back to the groove. It's all about that groove. It's all about that swing. Yeah. back into it. Classic slow blues ending. Great. Ha! You hear that little whammy bar fall off at the end that Richie does. Great shit. Great shit. Man, you know, I really love, you know, as much as I've heard the classics time and time and again, it's always nice to come back to them, and it's always nice to come back to them in a live performance that you haven't heard before. This was great. The intro from John on the organ, very different to what I've heard before from him in this tune. Solo from Richie there in the middle, excellent. Great little harmonica playing from Ian Gillan. I'm still curious to see what my friend Liam Ward would think. Check him out on YouTube if you get a chance. He's a great harmonica player. Yeah, overall, just killer playing. Great driving swing from Ian Pace and Roger Glover. And great singing from Ian Gillan. So overall, it's nice to come back to the tune that got me into Deep Purple. And really when I think about it, blues, you know, as a blues player, as a blues guitarist, as a blues slide guitarist, this was probably the first time that I was ever like exposed to blues music. So I think this was like my gateway into like the blues as a larger genre and form of music. So it's nice to be able to return to this. And yeah, thank you to the person who recommended this. I can never remember people's names, so apologies. But thank you to whomever recommended this. And it's nice to be able to come back to this and, you know, the band that I first fell in love with. So thank you all. Remember to please hit the subscribe button below, ring the bell so you can get notified the next time I post a video. Give the video a like and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. And we're gonna I think we're gonna go move away from Deep Purple, but don't worry, we'll be back to them eventually. Always. Thank you, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.